MJ. I'm MJ. So thank you and welcome. Welcome in. Thanks for hanging out. I put a question in the comment or the post. What TV show influenced you, whether it's now or it's in the past? And today is International Women's Day, so I will just mention my mom, when I was growing up, she loved the show Hill Street Blues. So if that show was on, we didn't talk. We went outside. Same with my grandmother. My grandmother loved, it was Dynasty, Dallas, and Falcon Crest. Not to mention all the the soap operas that she used to watch, which we couldn't really be in the room or the house when those went on. We were usually outside playing. But anyway, the movies that shaped us or molded us or had some type of influence on us. If you were like, I grew up in the 80s and I love watching those 80s, the late 70s, early 80s, you know, The Incredible Hulk. I love that show. The A-Team. If you know the A-Team, it was always fun to see what kind of trouble they were going to get into and get out of. Miami Vice, man, who didn't want to wear the white, jacket and drive the Ferrari and chase the bad guys, Gilligan's Island, that was a funny one. They could create and they could, hey, Diana, hey, thanks for tuning in. How you doing today? So anyway, at Gilligan's Island, they could build anything and everything on that island except for a boat to get off of it. But of course, that was the whole, and then they'd have to, I guess, cancel it. It wouldn't be Gilligan's Island anymore. Three's Company, I always loved seeing the ladies on there as a young kid, and how Jack always got into some kind of trouble and how he got out of it. Chips, the movie or the series Chips, that was always a good one. See what those guys were, Ponch and John, see what kind of trouble they would get into and get out of. But there were so many back at that time. The Dukes of Hazzard, we'd done our own stunts when I was a kid too, with either a bicycle or a wagon, or when we got older with our own vehicles. Knight Rider, who didn't want to have that car, What's funny is everything that he did is happening now. He would talk to his watch. My wife, she answers her text with her watch. She's talking, so he just called his car. So those shows, they have an influence on us. They influenced us in some type of way back when, when we were kids. And it was fun. It was fun to watch those. It was fun to kind of act them out and think, oh, one day I'm going to be like this guy, or I'm going to be like that guy. But we're our own individual self. And what's really neat is we can just look back on that and just kind of share a smile. And that's kind of what connects us with other people as well. It's television. So think about it. It tells lies to your vision. It's just a made up thing. And even it's called a program, a TV program. It programs you. And that gets into your head and it reminds you back of that time. But what are we doing now? What programs us right now? What are we watching? What are we observing? What are we allowing to have an influence on us now? So what I really like is I like to touch the live, and I like to feel that anxiety. I like to feel that and get past that fear, where I can get on and speak to you. Today is day 8, and I'm going for 90 days. So I encourage you to do the same, to get out there, whether it's talking to your neighbor, talking to Facebook Live, or just your family. Because the more we talk, the more we communicate. Just like these shows, they had some type of influence. We can be a positive influence on somebody else just by acknowledging them, just by talking to them, and just by finding something in common. Just like these shows, I'm sure many of you remember that. I was thinking of the Fall Guy, you know, a stuntman. I always wanted to be a stuntman. And we would watch the Fall Guy, and I'm sure all these, I guess the theme songs are going through your head right now. Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, you know, The Love Boat. It can go on and on, but I'm glad you tuned in today. I just wanted to jump on here for a few minutes and just share that story. And a huge shout out to all the ladies, all the women out there, the strong ladies. I just got a book by Cecilia, I believe it is, Tyson, and I'm working on reading that book. And she's an amazing woman. And I flipped through it and I seen the pictures of it, and I had no idea of who she really was. And now I'm starting on that book, so I'm excited to be reading that and learning about somebody that made a difference, a lady, a woman, a strong lady that made a difference in our society, in our world. But I just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you, Diana Munoz. How you doing today? I'm thankful. Hey, one person is enough for me to stay on here and give a video and say hi. So I appreciate you watching. Please put in #replay if you're on the replay. And if you remember some of those shows, or maybe you were a little, you know, Saved by the Bell or some of the other shows. I'm watching Paw Patrol now with my daughter, Coco Melon, some of these other ones. So it'll have an effect on me as well at some point. But put in your favorite show that you used to watch in the comments, or what you liked, or if you remember some of those theme songs, just put those in. But thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.